The 5 whys of Wayanad disaster. Our first why, the monsoonal rains. They exceeded all expected limits. In the areas close to the landslide, in just 48 hours, a whooping 572 mm of rainfall was recorded. So why this extreme rainfall? Think. Human-induced global warming, climate crisis. Rainfall patterns in Wayanad are changing. Drier, hotter summers with super intense downpour during monsoons. The second why. Now, when you're a mountain millions of years old, you have seen much and tolerated much more. But there are limits to your tolerance. On July 30th, 86,000 square meters of land simply moved downhill. The fractured rocks at the top of the hillocks, already saturated by the normal rains, could not handle the extra pressure of the incessant rainfall. All the binding forces of the rocks were shattered, and the soil, also saturated with rain, came loose, and the rocks carrying the earth and the trees with them rolled right down through the steep fall. The third one, water has memories. It never forgets. With all the rocks, trees and mud, the wild mountain river Iravanjiposa swelled. With a fury unseen so far, the river reclaimed all the land that was originally hers. But why did people live on a land that was the river's? Fourth one, it started with the British colonial sahibs in the 1800s. The Chinese tea had become hugely popular in Europe, big business, and the British sought to cultivate tea in India, their colony, starting in Assam, spreading all the way to the south to Wayanad. The wilderness started being chopped off to make way for manicured tea plantations. Now, the flavor of tea depends on higher altitude, so our colonial masters claimed the land higher and higher up, altering the forests forever. After independence, the British left, but the colonial mindset continued. Along with tea and coffee plantations came all sorts of monocultures at the cost of the mountains. The fifth one, tourism unlimited. Post-1940s, internal migration into tribal Wayanad increased, and with it, the need for more and more employment. Tourism was one of the answers, but at what cost? The pressure to alter the landscape increased manyfold. Roads, multi-story accommodations, giant swings, zip liners, you name it, all at the expense of these ancient mountains and their delicate ecosystem. And that thinking continues. Now, a massive tunnel project is proposed to start right through the belly of the mountain, just 2 kilometers from the site of the landslide. Economy decoupled from ecology and culture comes from a colonial mindset. Economy in synergy with ecology and culture reflects indigenous thinking. Amrit Kal. If we do not decolonize our minds now, then when?